Thing number three, as we have a little pause before that happens, we had the Oscars last night. You may have seen them in real time. You may have seen a choice video or two afterwards, but there was some drama in the ceremony. Apple winning for the first. Did you think I was going to say something else? Apple won.
I thought you did. I
The
thought you were.
streaming service winning Best Picture for the first time with its film CODA. And this was, again, the first streaming service that has won Best Picture. We've seen the other streaming services win in other categories. Netflix, of course, has spent a lot both on movies and on the campaign to try to win for Best Picture. It did not this time. And this was the story of a hearing impaired family with a hearing daughter who aspires to be a singer. You see here, the company only spent $25 million on distribution rights, which was a record for Sundance at the time, but is not very much for Apple, and then spent $10 million on an awards campaign. So that was definitely sort of a milestone, if you will, when you look at this Oscar ceremony. But of course, that win has been upstaged by something that happened during the ceremony. That is Will Smith, who won for Best Actor for the movie King Richard. And this happened. Will Smith smacking Chris Rock during the ceremony after Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. Pinkett Smith suffers from alopecia, and it was a joke that referenced that. Smith then, in his acceptance speech for winning Best Actor for King Richard, he apologized to the Academy and the other actors who were present. He didn't apologize to Chris Rock, though. So that was sort of, Saz, I'm not going to weigh in. There's a big debate now this morning as to whether he was right or wrong. I'm not going to weigh in on that debate. But what I will say is this was a night where you had a black actor win Best Actor. You had a film that was both a streaming service and featured hearing impaired actors win Best Film. You had a queer woman of color winning Best Actress. And those are all, the Oscars have been trying to pivot away from Oscars So White. They seem to have done that to some extent, but we're all talking about the other thing that happened at the ceremony. So go figure.
You briefly mentioned, you briefly mentioned Apple, Julie, and this is overall a big winning night, or was a big winning night for Apple. By all accounts, Amazon, Netflix have been slapping around Apple and the original streaming program content for some time, but this win for Best Picture could really get Apple to spend perhaps more than the $7 billion it is spending annually to create original content and really take Apple TV Plus to the next level. I have a good story right now on the Yahoo Finance homepage on this, crediting Wedbush analyst Dan Ives, friend of the show.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Apple a little bit more, but I should mention the shares are trading down this morning, which seems to be more in reaction to a report about it cutting production, but we're going to dig into that a little bit later on. Right now, though, we're going to talk more about domestic politics here in the United States.